Hey guys, I got some pickups recently, and I thought I would share them with you. So yeah guys, over the past couple of months, I think maybe June, July, August, I'm not a massive purchaser of games because if you're like me, full-time job, backlog is just never ending and it just goes on and on and on and on. But I managed to pick up a couple of games. There's pretty much a story behind every single game that I bought and I wanted to share with you guys today. So I've got 7 games I want to talk about in this video. I've got 3 PlayStation 3 games, 2 PS2 games, and 2 PlayStation 5 games. A bit of variety, a bit of everything here. So the first game I've got is, in fact, the Prince of Persia Trilogy PlayStation 3 remaster, if you will. There's a reason why I bought this, and this is because in my Platinum Trophy difficulty challenge, a few people were earning these games, the Platinums in these games for like their 3 out of 10 difficulty or 4 out of 10 difficulty, and I actually, looking at these games, so it has the original Sands of Time, the Warrior Within, and then the 2 Prince of Persia, the 2 Thrones, all like classic games from PlayStation 2. I'm not sure if one of them actually is PlayStation 3 or not. The only thing I'm not happy about this is when I bought it online, I bought it from CEX, but it's coming, it's not an English version of the game, it's in fact... It's actually like, well, Spanish potentially, or German, French. I think it's French. So like, it's just not a French. It's not an English copy, and you know, it's second hand. There's not a great deal you can do about it. I can't really return it because of that. But nonetheless, these are all pretty easy Platinum trophies, all between like 10 and 15 hours. Difficulty of like 3 or 4 out of 10. Nothing too challenging, but Sands of Time was one of those games on PlayStation 2. You know, if you're my age, you know, 8 to 12, you loved Sands of Time. It was such a cool platformer game. Back when Ubisoft were the boys. Back when they actually made really good games that they actually wanted to sell you for the game, just the game. But I'm looking forward to playing these at some point, which brings me on to my next PlayStation 3 game, which in fact is Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands. So this is like the final Prince of Persia game that's ever been made, and I just thought this was like £3, and this one was about 15, but I thought, you know, it's a classic. This will be worth an absolute fortune in another 10 years anyway. So I was just thinking, yeah, I want to finish the whole series at some point. Forgotten Sands is the one I'm looking forward to playing the most because it was like such an old school game, old school experience for me. So yeah, the first 2 games. So the next game is a game I've actually played and platinumed, and that is, if you've been on my PSN profiles, had a little bit of a neb, you might already know this, which is Lord of the Rings War in the North. There's quite the story with this game. I'm probably going to be talking about this for the most in the video. So I purchased this game, and I wasn't going to buy it because there's an online trophy which involves you getting like a joint kill on co-op with 2 other players, and I was like, I need 2 people who will actually do it with me before I can buy this game. So I convinced 2 of the mods from my Discord, Shadow and Golden, and they were like, yeah, okay, we'll come on and we'll do it. So we did the online trophy, and then we all sort of went in our separate ways because we were all playing different games at the time. So you kind of just needed 3 people for that one trophy, then the rest of the game is all single player. It's not a hard game, it's a 4 out of 10 difficulty, it's probably about a 40-hour platinum. You have to play through the game 3 times, basically. A few collectibles which are really easy, a few side missions which again, really straightforward. It's not a hard game at all, on paper. And the problem is, who made it? Snowblind Studios. Now, I don't know if they're a real thing anymore, I don't know if they're still going, but they basically... This game is a mess. It is completely broken. It doesn't really work, and I'll tell you why it doesn't. But basically, they didn't patch it at all since 2011, and it's just remained a buggy, unplayable mess at times. So what happens is, basically, the major issue with the game is the fact that the game doesn't realise you're on a quest. So you'll be given a main quest. The game's very linear. It's not like open world games. It's literally just you go to an area, you get to the end, and you kill something or you find something, and then you have a mission, and that is the mission of the level. What will happen is the mission will just deactivate and it'll just vanish from your loading screen, and then you'll progress to the end of the level, but your game thinks you aren't doing the quest, so the game will just stick and freeze and it won't progress anymore, basically what will happen. But the bugs make it downright unplayable. Did a playthrough with Golden, so one of the mods was like, let's play, and his game is totally broken. So basically at the end of the 2nd level, his game doesn't work, it doesn't load. It doesn't matter if we're in co-op or he's doing a single player, it does not load, and that's a damage to the disc, we think, because my game's working better than that. So I ended up playing that game, that part of the section, like 3 times with him as well. So there's like another 10 hours of our life gone. Oh, we were so cynical towards the end of it. We had a bit of fun, we had a bit of banter laughing at it, but in the end, it's not working for him. So what I decided to do is I'm actually not going to have this for much longer, because Golden Fourth, the mod, he lives in Denmark, I think, Finland. Basically, you know, one of those northern European countries, and it's really hard to get a hold of. And because of that, I'm going to send him this game. So I wanted to make a video. I told him I wanted to just quickly talk about this game in a nutshell before I sent it off. and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm actually going to write him a really, really cringe letter, which I'm going to do now on my Spider-Man notepad. Good, golden fourth, good luck with this glitchy mess. And that's kind of how I would describe this game. It's a solid, without the glitches, probably an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed my time with it, but because of the glitches, brought it down like borderline unplayable. Like, you literally have to do so much reading on the forums because you have to know certain points where basically, if certain things aren't displayed on your menus, on your quests, or certain loading screens aren't appearing, your game is glitched. So I had to basically make a cloud save every half an hour to make sure that if anything happened, I could go back in time to recover my save, and it was an absolute nightmare. So good luck. I'm gonna sign it. I've never made a signature before for PlatinumBro. I have no idea how this is gonna go. Actually, probably just gonna go for us. P-Bro. Okay, next is my PlayStation 4 game. So we've got 2 of these. This one, the first one is World of Final Fantasy. Now, I bought this because my good friend Joel Guy Fruski advised that I get it because he said it's kind of like, in his words, Final Fantasy but Pokemon. So Final Fantasy but you collect characters, and to me that sounded pretty awesome. I love JRPGs, I love Pokemon, and I love that kind of idea. It's not hard, it's just really, really grindy, so I kind of need to prepare myself for it as well. Okay, next is Thief. A launch title, I believe, for the PlayStation 4, because it's on PlayStation 3 as well. I only bought it because it's like one of the cheapest games you can actually buy on the PlayStation. It's like £3, and also it has ultra rare trophies, ultra rare platinum, like a 3% ultra rare platinum. It's not too hard of a game. I think it's like a 5 out of 10. But I think it's a bit grindy towards the end, like 30 hours, 10 hours of grind. But I thought, you know, with my goal of getting more ultra rare trophies, I want to try and get 100. I thought Thief would just help me because I think it's got like 5 or 6 ultra rare trophies. So at some point I will dive into this game and earn myself some ultra rare trophies because that's what it's all about, right? Okay, PlayStation 5 games. So I've got 2 I want to talk about. First game I bought, which I'm now a little bit hesitant at playing, which I'm going to explain in a minute, is Mortal Shell. This was going to be my 6 out of 10 difficulty game on the PlayStation Platinum Trophy Challenge, whatever we're calling it, a difficulty challenge. However, they've just announced some DLC, and this annoys me because I don't like going back to games. So if it's got DLC, I want to wait till all the DLC is out, and then I will finish the main game, and I'll also do the DLC as well. So because of that, I'm probably going to give this another 3 to 6 months to make sure that there's no more DLC. I don't know, I mean, I want to play another Soulsborne game, but the reason why I picked Mortal Shell is because it's so much shorter. It's only like a 20-hour platinum, and that's kind of what I want. I don't want to commit 50, 60 hours to any games anytime soon at the moment because I'm just enjoying playing shorter experiences pretty much. Actually, I say that, then I'm going to talk about my next game, which in fact is Hades. Now, Hades is going to be my 5 out of 10 difficulty game because apparently it's not a 7 out of 10 anymore because there's a God mode in it. This is still sealed. It's got a lovely little feel to it. I've been looking forward to playing this game for such a long time. I've had this for about a week now. It came out a week ago. I have to say, like, this game looks sensational. And looking back at last year, when this game came out, I just felt so sad that I couldn't play it on the Switch. I just heard such good reviews about it. It looked so incredible. I love roguelites. I love that sort of like game loop. And I was just a bit sad that I couldn't play it. And I've got it now. I'm really happy about it. I'm probably going to start it in a couple of days' time. I just need to finish a few games that I'm playing at the moment. And there you have it, guys. There is all my pickups for the past 2 or 3 months. I'm not entirely sure when I actually picked all of these up, but it's probably going to be it for a while. I don't buy loads of games. I don't buy that many. I'm going to be buying the Ghost of Tsushima DLC just because I want 100% that bad boy. You know how I do. But other than that, I don't think I'm going to be buying that many more for the next 2 or 3 months. I don't think I'm going to buy a single game in September. That's for certain, unless something amazing comes out. But I'm feeling pretty strong because I've got here alone. There's like probably 300 to 400 hours of gameplay, which is like, for me, is like 3 to 4 months anyway, if not more. So yeah, I'm pretty good for a while. So anyway, on that, thank you very much for watching. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Have you been getting any pickups lately? Have you got any physical games that you'd like to share? Let me know down below what games you've recently picked up. I'd like to hear about it. Thanks very much for watching. Take it easy.